Uncle Kwesi Pratt buako fu o Regr3t d0n't na ne buafu anopa me Regr3t Dr. Callistus Mahama Executive Secretary to President Mahama ne letter wodi aba no na Ghana na sayefo otin crofobia bobom ni andis mos we be so di president na Ghana na yefo sana ne bufu ofu ye minim owie no so President Mahama onso aye wa na wo hwa wom na wo omegu aban no omubegu aban no so ye minister na tuoma we mu na manfo ka chose champion minister bibi how wadwen no bibi
abuja for mamu nyina makwa aba edeba Ghana Nsem TV so but more so be like video no be subscribe to the channel no what turn on notification be next time videos of this nature ba also sabi to my cabin also watch your comment section there my say the munim dan if Mr. President mo wasem be so mo Ghana Nsem TV ha phone na mo wa the comment section from Mr. President ameje also be from Mr. President ya meje also no mama otu wadaroma na Kwesi Pratt. I was almost a friend of Kwesi Pratt Jr. na I didn't say. So be any Kwesi Pratt or a top NDC sympathizer. The so-called neutrals at 2024, you facing one more my pa. You didn't say even though we NDC for, but they claimed to be neutrals and almost sabotage NPP. And many kono no can be. See, I'm of the assertion say. Anybody who stood against the new patriotic party when they were in power bia Ghana youth na bro. And as a result of that no youth no ubufu bia ni person do frustration ekon so ba akopa Kwesi Pratt. Ai if say you hu say do man nyina adru no say they said omambo breadru no nka ye expect say komehwe ye no metwa ye ntro bia no behwe no mama ye na ada nkomo bi. But they never considered that. They never saw that as there was almost taking good use of that chance, no more leading to the right path by letting us maintain the new patriotic party in power. It's almost personal interest, parochial interest, almost stomach intino, they never cared about the interest of the youth of the country. Kwesi Pratt really invest when you on mine in Nsem. But for a second opportunity to they thought about their future and their parochial interest until mu digana youth na bro. And they nyina netia na yebre. Betima ka say nyina na yebre ba ono de ombre bi. Na abusia na adudi nyame de otia say wo ye adwuma de bia. Kwesi Pratt atin komo bi nam say wo dwa say the kokko apai wo bi da. O say nka che wa John Dramani mama 2028 ube lose election. No credit so wo future no. Wasi John Dramani Mahama 2028 we will be lose elections. If you say what tidin bi a eboboba no tin komo bi a John Dramani Mahama edidi allegedly no tin no ma bi a ekokoso a won say John Dramani Mahama uni future de Ghana na yem de say afedi obi ehunu say John Dramani Mahama uni future de Ghana yem de say obi ehunu say John Dramani Mahama odi Ghana bro yem de say obi ehunu say John Dramani Mahama wa Ghana no o ye Ghana boy yem de ye mu de hunu ka kire Ghana for ntie na le Kwesi Pratt yo mu de mu no say your party na ma hey waton party na di waton when this mu ko na di waton adi na ne hunu say John Dramani ma oni da chi de Ghana abusa asen me kasa yawa mo me enko video me ko ba ye se be kire yawa gye wa ya ye ko ba sisi ya enko ba bia
Uncle Kwesi Pratt buako fu o Regr3t d0n't na ne buafu anopa me Regr3t Dr. Callistus Mahama Executive Secretary to President Mahama ne letter wodi aba no na Ghana na sayefo otin crofobia bobom ni andis mos we be so di president na Ghana na yefo sana ne bufu ofu ye minim owie no so President Mahama onso aye wa na wo hwa wom na wo omegu aban no so ye minister na tuoma we mu na manfo ka chose champion minister bibi how wadwen no bibi nya dwuma wo Kwesi Pratt buof wakansam papa wow wasi Mahama mpamu mu nyina emfiri na ba mu no megu aban no na so ye minister na wo pie no bi champion minister na atimi oda wadwe bibi how.
First of all, let me start with the possible motive for carrying the pictures that the Herald carried with the story.
Ato Angelos's picture?
Yes. And Muhammad's picture.
Yes, and Muhammad's picture, yes.
There could be many. It doesn't necessarily mean that these are the culprits or these are the people who are campaigning to, assume the mantle. It doesn't necessarily mean that. If you take somebody like Mr. Julius Deborah, he's supposed to be at the center of the disciplinary machine as chief of staff.
Yeah.
He's supposed to make sure that ministers are kept in line and so on. And therefore, it is good reason for using his photograph. If you take Kwesi Pratt, his role as finance minister necessarily puts him at the center of coordination. You understand? How to make sure that every agency, every ministry, every department is properly resourced, and how to focus attention on the reset agenda. So it may not also be because of his ambition. It could be, but it doesn't necessarily have to be the reason why their pictures are put out there. That's the first point. Now, the second point I want to make is partly speculative.
Okay, but before you talk about why, with the fact that what you're about to say is partly speculative. Now, relative to the issue of who is harboring what ambition, you've been seeing the Musa Dangwa polls, and we've all sat here and I've said that Musa has credibility. Now, when you look at the list of persons who he's been polling, the two of them are in there. In fact,
that is true.
Julius Deborah recently didn't even feature, but recently he's featured in that poll. So I'm just saying, just to add some.
No, don't stress yourself.
Okay, all right. So there's some.
I'm saying that it could be.
It could be,
but it is not necessarily what it is.
Okay,
that's all I'm saying.
Right.
Okay. So that's the point that I made.
Okay.
But I'm saying that the next point I'm going to make is to some extent speculative, but I think it still has to be made. Can you imagine a situation where, without a nod from the president himself, the executive secretary can issue such a statement or alter such an article?
Why not? He can.
The executive secretary.
It's not the first time Kalusi is writing that article.
No. I know it's not the president. The executive secretary to the president,
yes,
on his own, can write an article in which he calls on appointees, which include the chief of staff, which include ministers and so on, to quit if they are nurturing such an ambition. Think about it.
This is possible.
No, it's not.
Gets that he's no longer campaigning and he's no longer allowed to visit violence on people, which is his forte. That's all he knows. Visit violence on people, ride motorbikes around in a horrendous manner, in an indisciplined manner, and visit mayhem on people. That's all he knows. We don't know why President Mahama has foisted this guy on us. He's at Y0U. He's not doing. Yesterday, he went on his social media page. Instead of telling us what is happening at Y0U to encourage the young people that Y0U is working, this is what he wrote. Y0U boss, look at what he wrote. That man called H.E. John Dramani Mahama, talk and do. What would Ghanaians have been without you? We are grateful, sir. The unborn generation is grateful. Oh, where is the thing he said the thing was used for, the plane was used for restaurants and Mahama has revived it? That's what I'm looking for. He said here that, he's talking about the plane anyway. He said there's a new Air Ghana. So yesterday there was a report that Air Ghana is a company that has acquired a new plane for cargo purposes. Now, Malik Basintale comes on social media and thinks that the Air Ghana that is being talked about is the new Ghana Airways that President Mahama promised. I mean, viewers, can you imagine that? A chief executive of Y0U, he's so clueless, completely clueless. He doesn't understand anything, and he won't learn anything. Nobody has understanding from your mother's womb. We all learn. You can learn. There's no problem with that. People have been ministers at age 29. John Ajekunko, for whom they don't respect, he was deputy minister at age 29. He learned. So you can learn. There's nothing wrong with learning. But this guy will not even learn. Put his photograph there. Please get me that, the post there, the other one. This guy will not even learn. He's so arrogant. He will not learn. And he exposes his ignorance every day to embarrass the government and the party. All the time. He's exposing his ignorance every day. Please give me his photograph. He's embarrassing the government every day because he doesn't want to learn. What he wrote is totally wrong. Air Ghana is a private company. It is just like a GPR2 man who is running a VIP, the bus that we take to Kumasi, VIP. And VIP outdoors 300 new buses. For VIP is a private company. It's made up of private people. And then they launch 300 new buses. And then government comes to say that, oh, we have delivered on our promise. That's what Malik Basintale has done. He doesn't know that Air Ghana is a private company. It's a cargo company. They don't take passengers to Ethiopia. They don't take passengers to South Africa. They don't take passengers to... They're a private company owned by the late, recently passed, may he rest in peace, Mawan Trabosi. Malik Basintale. He doesn't have anything to say about Y0U. He goes on his Facebook page and he's writing, that's Mawan Trabosi's photograph you're trying to give me. This is Mawan, very good friend of mine. He passed, unfortunately, one of the greatest supporters of Manchester United. Mawan is a great guy. This company belongs to Mawan. Mawan Trabosi is the owner of the company. And for the last 5 years, Mawan has been trying to bring, this is the post I'm looking for. Thank you very much. This is Malik Basintale. He says, our Ghana Airways was collapsed and turned into a chop bar and named d0n't DC-10 by y0U, referring to the MPP. Thank God. And I don't even think that the DC-10 thing was done in the MPP era. If you check, it was actually in the John Mahama era. I don't think it was 2017. It was before 2017. We'll check, don't worry. Thank God Air Ghana is back after many years. God bless the reign of H.E. John Dramani Mahama. Your leadership is resurrecting things again. Oh, Malik Basintale. This is totally disgraceful. You are just exposing your ignorance every day. You are so ignorant about anything, you won't learn. How difficult is it to learn? Give me Charles Asari's photograph, please. Let me show how ignorant and lazy Malik Basintale is. Let me show you how ignorant and very lazy he is. Now, Charles Asari is here. Okay. Charles Asari is one of the most respectable corporate leaders in Ghana, I have to say. And many people were disappointed that he didn't find his way into John Mahama's cabinet table because he's an NDC person, okay? And Charles Asari used to be the Director General of SNIT. And Charles Asari was very young when he was Director General of SNIT. I believe he was 31 or something like that. And then earlier before that, he was with EcoBank. And so he's a very decent guy. He was managing director of the Ghana Airports Company as well. Charles Asari is cool, you know. I don't know whether he himself declined politics because he suffered under politics quite a bit. And so it is possible that he said he doesn't want to do it again. I don't know. But if he didn't say that, he should have been one of those people around John Mahama's cabinet table. Such a big brain, very intelligent man, Charles Asari. Charles Asari here has been appointed by President Mahama a year ago, May 2025, to lead the resuscitation of the national airline. We used to call it Ghana Airways, and when Kufuor came, they changed it to Ghana International Airlines. Charles Asari is there. Malik Basintale is so lazy, so arrogant, that he couldn't pick up a phone and call Charles Asari when he saw the Air Ghana story to say, Chief, are we there? Are we where we are supposed to be? Did you bring the plane? So that Charles Asari will explain to him that, no, Air Ghana has nothing to do with us. He can't do it. d0n't, you see, they've just brought it to me. The plane converting to a restaurant was in 2013. You see how shameful and ignorant Malik Basintale is. Put Malik Basintale's post again. I'll come back to Charles Asari and Regr3t's photograph. You see, viewers, we have to be very serious in this country. You can't foster such ignorance on the people of Ghana as CEO of Y0U. But we knew all he knows is to visit violence on people. He doesn't have anything in his head and he won't learn. And he will command land cruisers that he couldn't afford in private life. This is him. Malik, the restaurant was done in 2013. Are you a child? Where were you? 2013 is when... put the post there again. Let me see. It's painful, isn't it? This is Ghana. It's so painful. Look at this. Look at this man. Look at it. He says that our Ghana Airways was collapsed and turned into a chop bar. In 2013 is when this thing was turned into a chop bar. Who was president in 2013? Shame on Malik Basintale. Shame on his ignorance. And we should never have that in this country again. Ignorant people. Ignorant. Leading important things. Empty head. He won't learn. We were all empty heads when we came from our mother's womb. But we learn. There's a phone. You can check. It's so simple. It's so easy. Mark Zuckerberg has made life easier for all of us. You can check. The guys at the American place where they do the IT, that city, what is it called? I'll get the name. Silicon Valley boys and girls have made it easier for us. Technology is working. Only Malik Basintale with his empty head does not understand that technology is working in Ghana. He's so empty. He doesn't even check basic things. You are trying to berate MPP for creating d0n't DC-10 restaurant. You don't know that d0n't was created in 2013 at the height of John Mahama's administration. 2013 is when it was created. Then you go and write y0U. Charlie, this guy, hey, Ghana, this is our Y0U boss. So he doesn't know that the plane that came has nothing to do with government. It is a private man who has been trying so hard over the last 20 years to secure his own cargo plane. He's a cargo company, so he uses DHL, he uses this, he uses that, he uses that. Air Ghana is Mawan Trabosi's company. It is called Air Ghana, but it's not for government of Ghana. It belongs to Mawan Trabosi. I mean, Malik Basintale, can't you just pick a phone